If you like improving your English and watching the news at the same time, you are in the right place. We have some breaking news. I tried to get on here as quickly as possible, but the former Prince Andrew, he is now known as Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, has been arrested. He has appeared in the Epstein files. I have not talked about them on this channel. I feel that I try to keep this a family channel, and anytime you talk about the Epstein files, you are going to be talking about some very adult things. But here, Andrew Mountbatten Windsor was arrested for things he did while he was a trade envoy for the British government. We will talk about what that is in a minute, but he probably did some horrible things to young girls that we won't talk about here. But there are a lot of Americans who follow the royal family. And I did put up a poll asking, do you care about this guy, Prince Andrew, former Prince Andrew? And about 60% of the people who answered said they did. So in today's English lesson, you are going to learn about 17 advanced terms you might see on the IELTS, the TOEFL, you'll hear it while watching the news, or you just might hear Americans using these terms in a conversation. If that sounds good to you, please go ahead, hit the like button, subscribe if this is your first time here, and let's watch that news report together.
Former Prince Andrew has been arrested on suspicion of misconduct in public office. Now known as Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, he was taken into custody in Norfolk just a short while ago. He is accused of allegedly sharing confidential information with the late sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. Mountbatten Windsor has previously denied any wrongdoing over his ties to Epstein. King Charles had stripped his brother of his titles back in October and has since evicted him from Windsor.
For each of these terms, I will have the official definition, I will have an image, and I will use it in a sentence to help you understand the meaning. Suspicion is first. Suspicion. That is a feeling that someone has done something wrong, even if you don't have proof yet. And here is the sentence. The police have a strong suspicion that he stole the car. Now, we need to be careful. Prince Andrew, I'll just call him Prince Andrew because Andrew Mountbatten Windsor is quite long. He has not been found guilty of anything. He has been accused, and there is suspicion that he has done some bad things. He's going to have a trial, all of that, and he might be spending the rest of his life in jail. Let's look at the next term, misconduct. Whenever you see miss at the beginning of a word in English, probably think something bad. And this is something bad. Misconduct, unacceptable or bad behavior, usually by a professional person, like a doctor or a lawyer. Sometimes lawyers and doctors are sued because they did something wrong. Doctors need to have a lot of insurance just in case they are accused of misconduct. Here is the sentence. The manager was fired for misconduct at the office. Next, we have confidential. Confidential. Prince Andrew is accused of sharing confidential information about the British government with Jeffrey Epstein. Let's talk about what confidential means. Meant to be kept secret and not shared with other people. Stop. Look at this word, landslide. Do you think it means rocks falling down from a mountain? In the news, that is a big no. It means winning an election by a large amount. If you want to read the New York Times or watch CNN or Fox News, you need to know news English, or like I like to call it, Headline-ese, like Chinese or Taiwanese, it's a foreign language. It's not like English from a textbook. And the best place to start is my free guide. It's called The 50 Words You Need to Know Before You Read the News. It teaches you the most important words for politics, crimes, elections, and so much more. It's totally free. There is a QR code right up there, or there is a link in the description. Now, back to the English lesson. Your medical records are completely confidential. Here in the United States, an employer, someone you work for, they cannot see your medical records unless you allow them. That is a law we have here in the United States. Next, we have late. Late. I think they talked about the late Jeffrey Epstein. We could say the late Queen Elizabeth II, the former Queen of England. And that just is another way to say they are dead. Here is the official definition: used to politely describe someone who has recently died. The late president was loved by many citizens. Next, we have stripped. This has a couple different meanings, but Prince Andrew no longer is Prince Andrew. He was stripped of that title. Let's take a look here. To have something important, like an award or power, officially taken away as punishment. And the Olympic Games are going on as I record this in Italy. Hopefully, none of the athletes will have their medals stripped from them, but that is the sentence and the image used as an example for stripped. He was stripped of his gold medal after they found out he cheated. Evicted is next. King Charles III, the current king of England, evicted his brother from his residence, from where he used to live. He kicked him out. That is an English phrasal verb we might use. What does evicted mean? Legally forced to leave the house or apartment you are living in, usually for not paying rent. So, of course, Andrew was evicted for other reasons, but here is a sentence that uses evicted. They were evicted from their apartment because they didn't pay rent.
Let's get back down to CNN's Salma Abdulaziz, who joins us live in London. Salma, what's the latest that you're hearing?
I want to start by asking maybe questions of what we don't know and what we do know so far. So we do know that he's been arrested on suspicion of misconduct in public office, but there's a lot of details that are still missing here, of course, Rahel. We don't know the specifics of the allegations of this investigation by the police. We're talking about a period of time between 2001 to 2011 when he was representing the UK as a trade envoy. But what are the specific allegations, the specific accusations of misconduct? We don't yet know that. What information actually prompted Thames Valley Police to make this arrest? That's the key question here, because we understand that they have been assessing this claim for some time now, I would say a period of days.
Specifics. Specifics is next. Those are the exact details of something. We agreed to buy the house, but we still need to discuss the specifics of the contract. Buying a house can always be complicated. Next, let's talk about allegations. Claims that someone has done something illegal or wrong made without proof yet. And a lot of times we will say bad things that people did before they go to trial are just allegations. Once they go to trial and they're found guilty, that's a different story. Prince Andrew hasn't gone to trial yet. Let's get a sentence for allegations. He strongly denied the allegations of theft. So he is saying he did not do that. Now, Prince Andrew was once a trade envoy for the British Empire. Let's talk about what an envoy is: a messenger or representative sent by a government to deal with another country. Right now, there are envoys from the United States meeting with envoys from Iran. I think they are in Geneva. They are trying to work out a deal on nuclear weapons, trying to prevent Iran from making nuclear weapons. So envoys are there representing their governments. Let's get a sentence here. The government sent a special envoy to help negotiate peace. They used assessing in the news report. What does it mean if somebody is assessing something? That means carefully looking at or thinking about something to judge its value, quality, or condition. So if you take the IELTS or the TOEFL exams, they are going to assess your level of English. But here in the picture, we have something very different. It looks like there was a car accident and somebody is assessing the damage. The insurance agent is assessing the damage to my car.
That latest trove of emails where we see these allegations come to light has been out for a few weeks now. So what was the trigger? What was the switch? What was it that the police held on to that said, okay, now is the time when we need to take this very extraordinary action, of course, in this country? We also don't know where Andrew Mountbatten-Windsor is currently being held. We don't know where he is being held. We simply know that he's been arrested, but we don't know any details beyond that or what the status of that is in terms of his arrest.
A trove of something, or you might hear a treasure trove of something, which is how it's used in the sentence. Let's talk about what a trove of something is. A collection of valuable objects or very useful information. The internet is a treasure trove of information for students. I'm hoping this English channel, American English with Brent, is a treasure trove of information to help you improve your English. Trigger. Now, guns have triggers, but in the newscast, they used it differently to make something start to happen very quickly, like a reaction or an event. Now, when I was younger, I don't know about you, nobody was allergic to peanuts. But now in many schools, even the school where I teach, we have to have tables in the lunchroom where students will sit. If somebody is allergic to peanuts at that table, nobody can bring peanuts for lunch. So sometimes peanuts will trigger an allergic reaction. Let's get the sentence. Eating peanuts can trigger a dangerous allergic reaction for her. We pronounce that word extraordinary, extraordinary. But if you look, it actually says extraordinary. That's basically the definition for extraordinary. Let's get the official one. Very unusual, special, or surprising. Much better than normal. I would like to think I am an extraordinary English teacher. I would also like to think you are an extraordinary English learner. Let's get a sentence that uses extraordinary. The chef prepared an extraordinary meal for the guests. What do we have next? Oh, the status of something. The status of something. That means the current situation or state of something. What is the status of your IELTS or TOEFL exam? Like, are you waiting for the results? Let's take a look at a sentence. Can you tell me the status of my job application?
And we still don't know if he's been interviewed under caution. That's what it's described as in this country. So essentially, has he been asked questions? Has he sat down with a police officer and been asked questions as of yet? And where has he been asked these questions? What location has he been taken to? What do we actually know right now? Well, what we do know is Mr. Andrew Mountbatten-Windsor, former Prince Andrew, who only earlier this month was forced out of the royal residence, pushed into his brother's residence, the Sandringham estate, which is currently being searched by police, has now faced a watershed moment, really, not just for himself, but for the royal family and really for this country at large, being arrested. Now, again, being arrested does not mean being guilty. We do not know the specifics here of why the police have taken this extraordinary action of arrest. That is the detail we need.
Okay, this term was completely new for me. Interviewed under caution. They said Prince Andrew was being interviewed under caution. Like I said, I did not know what this means until I started doing research for this lesson. Being interviewed under caution means a legal term where police ask questions after warning you that answers might be used in court. The suspect was interviewed under caution at the station. Here in the United States, if you are going to be questioned by the police, they have to read you your rights. And one of your rights is you do not have to answer any questions the police ask you. You can immediately ask for a lawyer, and they have to provide a lawyer for you. As of yet, it's a great term to know in English. As of yet, it means up until this time, so far, often used with negative sentences. Speaking of sentences, let's read one. As of yet, we have not received any news about the delayed flight. I know I have never taught this term on this channel, a watershed moment. It's a great term to know for English, or watching the news in English. It means a very important event that completely changes the way things happen in the future. Getting my university degree was a watershed moment in my life. You did it. Congratulations. You made it to the end of another English lesson. Right up there is that QR code. If you would like more information about my course that I am putting together right now, down below is a horrific story, tragic story about a man who killed a few members of his family at a hockey rink. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time.